let's look at what this one here. If the electronic configuration of an element 1s2, 2s2, 2p5, how many unpaired electrons are there? So I want to what break down every single thing for you. Use this one here. I want to teach you how to write electric configuration of an element because most of you are still having issue with that. How to what write the electric configuration. Not only that, I'm also going to teach you how you can use the electric configuration to detect the block of an element in the periodic table, the period, and the group, which is called the valence electron. You guys, and then we want to something like how many unpaired and unpaired electron do we have? So you want to stick to the end of this class. It's very, very important. Before you go about solving this question here, you must first of all know how to write the electronic configuration of an element in the periodic table. And that can be a little bit complicated or overwhelming because if you don't understand a simple trick to do that, you may not be able to write electronic configuration when they say the element is having electron number of 30, 40, 50, or 80. So I'm going to show you what a simple trick or techniques you can use in writing electronic configuration. You don't need to cram stuff. I'm going to show you a single pattern you can use in doing that. So make sure you follow me closely. So in order to do that, I'll teach something here. Remember, we have got the S, P, D, E, S, P, D, and F, right? And the structure of atom, we have got the K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, which I want to explain here. So you have the shell K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, right? So this one means what the first shell, what the second shell, the third shell, the what? The fourth shell, the fifth shell, the sixth shell, the sixth shell, and what? Seventh shell. So you want to take some down. So in the structure of atom, you must understand this one very well. K, L, M, N, O, P, Q. K means what? The first shell, the first energy was level. L means what? 2, which means second energy level. M means what? The third energy level. N means what? The fourth energy level. O means what? Fifth energy level. P means what? Sixth energy level. Q means what? Seventh energy level. And if you should do that here, you're going to be like this. Structure of the atom. Remember, there's a nucleus, right? So you can do like this. Each energy level has their own numbers of electrons they can accommodate. You get. So here we have the K shell. Here we have the L shell. Here we have the what? The M. Here we have the what? The N. So on and what? So forth. You get. So you don't want to take into this one here. Like what I told you, I want to show you what a simple trick or technique you can use in writing any electronic configuration of any element at all in periodic table. So what we want to do here, we have 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x, and what 7x, right? You have this one here. So here we have 2p, 3p, 4p, 5p, 6p, and what 7p. Look at that. So you have 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, and 7D. Then you have 4F, 5F, 6F, and 7F. So this is the first you want to do here. So how do you start getting it? So you draw an arrow like this, cross it. Do that. So you have this one. Look at the direction of the arrow. Look at the direction of the arrow here. Yes. So the first arrow is at what? 1x. 1x. Here we have what? 2x. Here we have 2p. Here we have 3x. Here we have 3p. Here we have 4x. Here we have 3d. Here we have 4p. Here we have 5x. So that's how you do it till you get to 7 what F. Do that. But at this stage, you hardly get to this point. You get at this point here, you hardly get to this point here. So this is what I want to use. Most times I want to use 1x, 2x, 2p, 3x, 3p, 4x, 3d, 4p, 5s. We may stop at this point here. So you know what? Pay close attention to what I've done here. So I'm going to write on here. Attention to this one here. So let's write a little configuration for an element with atomic number of what? 11, sodium. Remember, the atomic number of what is 11 here. This is what we're going to do here. We are going to use one here to write the electron configuration. Not only that, I want to tell you the mass number. Sorry, I want to tell you the valence electron. I want to try to get the valence electron, the block of the element, and the period into what it belongs to. So please follow me closely. So we are using what? 1x. Remember, 1 means what? The first energy level, which was the K share. Do you get that? K share, first energy level, 1x. 1 what? X. Remember, S can calculate how many electrons? 2 electrons. We have to have what? 11 electrons here, right? So going to be what? Put to here 2 electrons. So 11 minus 2, I still have more. 11 minus 2, I still have 9 electrons left. So I can proceed to the other one. Here we have 2x2. It's okay. Now, add the now electron I've used to here, right? I still have one. Next one is what? 2p6. 2p6. Now, when I count it here, 2 plus 2 plus 6, you give me what? 10. How many will be left? 1. So move to the next one. 3x1. So this is what my electronic what configuration of what elements of sodium that I have what 11 as well as the atomic what number or proton number. So remember, it's a neutral atom. So the electron number is also what 11. You get. So how am I going to do this one now? How can I get my valence electron or group number? Do you get that? So when you have written something like this, you look at what the highest energy level. Here we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 energy level here, which is what the K, L, N. You get that? Remember, K is 1, right? L is what is 2, M is what is 3. So you can use this one to answer variety of what question, variety of what question. So then we say, what is the block of the elements? So block of the elements. So you want to look at what the highest energy level, which is the one here, that have 3x, right? Now what is the block here? Which is the orbital? It's x orbital, also called s block. So it's going to be on x. Do that. It's going to be x block. Now, what is the period? The period means the highest energy level. The highest energy level. Highest energy level. Remember, the highest energy level here is which is what the M share. Do you get the M share? So my period is going to be a period 3. It means that in the periodic table, sodium is found in block X. It's found in period 3. Now, what is my valence electron? Valence electron. Now, once you get your highest energy level here, now you look at what the electron there. How many electrons do we have here? We have 1 electron. You get that? We have 1 electron. You get, because we only have 3 in the what M share. We're going to be what 1. It means that remember, valence electron just know what the group number or the outermost electron. Please take note of this. Valence electron is sent as what group number, or what outermost what outermost electron. You get. So my valence electron or group number or outermost electron is what is 1. It means that in the periodic table, sodium is found in group 1 in the what periodic table group 1. So with this stuff here, you don't necessarily need to have the periodic table before you know the block, the period, the valence electron. You get. Another question they may ask in the exam may say, how many electrons are in the L share? how many electrons are in the L shell? You get, remember I told you that KL. L means what? The second energy level. Now we look at the second energy level here. Now we have the first energy level which only have x2. And the second energy level here 2x 2p. So how many electrons can you find or are in the what? In the L shell, which is what? Second energy level. So here we have 2x 2p. So here we have 2, here we have what? 8, 6. So you have to what? Sum them together because second energy level which was L share is having what? 2x or 2p, 2 and 2. So you have to what? Sum the electron together. Now second energy level only have 8 electron. First energy level have what? 2 electron. Third energy level have what? 1 electron in sodium. Yeah, you get. So the numbers of electron in the L share, numbers of electron in L share is equals to what? 2 plus 6 is going to be what? 8. Do you see that? You see how easy it is to what? Get all this stuff here. Now the next thing you really want to do here is to draw the orbital diagram. The orbital diagram. And if you want to draw the orbital diagram, you use what? The last one, the highest energy level. Remember, X can only have one suborbital, right? S can only have what? One suborbital. Now, because having one suborbital, how many electrons do we have here? One. You get. So, according to Ohm's rule, when filling electrons into the generic orbitals, electron have to spin up before what? Spinning down. So here we have one here. So this is it. So that is unpaired electron. So they're asking if the, how many electrons do we now have here? How many unpaired electrons do we have here? We have one unpaired electron. We have what? One unpaired electron. Just that one unpaired electron. So we have to do this stuff here. So let's use our knowledge here to answer this question. Let's use our knowledge to answer this question. So now they have given us the electronic configuration, which is 1x2, 2x2, 2p6. Do you get that? So 2p what? 5. So now before we answer that question, let's get the proton. Sorry, let's get the block, the group, and the period of the elements. You get. So let's do that. So what will be my block? Going to be block P or P orbital. Do you give me that? Going to be on P orbital or block P. Now, what will be my what? Period. Remember, I told that the period is what? Highest energy level, right? So which is 2. We just know what the L share. Do you get that? L share. Now, how do I get my group? Remember, in the first one I did for sodium, I only have 3x1, right? 3x1. So 3 is the highest energy level. So I just have to take that one electron, 3x1, right? Now, this one here, the group number, remember to that group number, I also said about valence electron, I also said about the atomos electron, depending on what they ask you, they're all the same thing. So, but here it's not like that. Here, my highest energy level here is 2 and 2. So here we have 2x, 2p. Now, what some people do here is that they're only going to take this one as 5, which is wrong. Now, because here we have 2x, 2p, how are you going to do that? You sum their what? Their electron. So 2 plus 5 is what? 7. So it will be what? 7. It means that the element that owns this electrical configuration here is having the atomos electron to what? 7, or it belongs to what? Group 7. Okay. And the valence electron is what? 7. Do you get that? So this is it. Do you understand? So when you have something like this, when they are the same, you add the two of them. But if they are just one, like 3x, you only what? Pick that. You only need to what? Pick it. So this one belongs to what? Block P elements. Period what? 2 and what? the valence electron, the atom's electron, or what the group number is what? It's 7. Hope you understand. So now let's look at this stuff here. Now let's look at what the valence, the orbital diagram. Let's look at what the orbital diagram. Remember, we're talking about P. The element is found in period what? P. Sorry, block P. The element is found in block P. And P is having three suborbital. Three suborbital. 1, 2, 3. And it's having what? 5 electron here. This P here is having 5 electron. Please don't confuse this one with what I've done. If you want to get the group number or the valence electron or the atom's electron, if these two are the same, then only when you sum them together. Hope you understand. But if you want to draw the orbital diagram, you use this last one here. P is having 3 suborbital, right? This, and this. Now, and according to Ohm's rule, when filling electrons into degenerate orbitals, the electrons are the electron what spin up before what spinning down. You get, so here we have how many electrons? 5 electrons. So 1, 2, 3. Now after spinning everything up, then the remaining one will now start spinning down. You get, so 1, 2, 3. Come back again. 4, 5. So this is what the orbital diagram for this one here. They're now asking how many unpaired electrons we have here. This electron is paired up. This electron is paired up. So here are 2 paired electrons. But this one is not paired up, so it's going to be what? 1 unpaired electron. So the answer is what? Is A. Now they're asking, now in this question here, they're asking us to write the electronic configuration for this ion. Now there's having the atomic number of what? 22. And here we have 2 plus. Do you get that? Now, you see, we're going to follow the same pattern. Remember, this is what we call atomic number or proton number. Now, this one here, it means that it have lost 2 electrons. It have what? Lost 2 electrons. So it is the electron number used in writing the electronic what? Configuration. Do you get that? It is the electron number what you use. So if you look at this one here, X 2 plus 22. Electron number. So electron number is going to be what? 22 minus 2. We're going to be 20. You get, so I want to use 20 to write the electron what? Configuration. So let's write the electron configuration. Here we start with what? 1x2, right? 2x2, 2p6, 3x2, right? 3s2. Now, how many electrons have I used? I've used 12 electrons. Now, here move to what? 3p6. 3p6. So I've used what? 18 electron. So out of the 20, I've used what? 18 electron. One will left, going to be 4x2. So if you check very well, when you add all the electrons together, you're going to be 20. So this is the electric configuration for this one here. And the main reason why we use 22 because this one, it means that it have gained, so it have lost 2 electrons. So it's going to be 20 minus 2. So the proton number here is 22, but the electron number here is what? It's 20. So this is what is the answer. Hope this video is helpful. Please leave a like, subscribe if you have not done that, and also what? Share this video with your friends and those who are writing JAM chemistry. So this is the best way to learn.